there's so much that I still need to set up. I am properly behind, but I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. It's probably going to take me 5 minutes or so just to set a few things up. The reason why I'm so behind is because there's a big change here in the UK. Normally, I would watch NXT through some very wobbly stream, but it's actually gone on to BT Sport. So that means that I've got to set things up a little bit different. So I'm kind of feeling a little bit out of it at the moment. Like, things are just not where they should be, basically. Which is why there's no countdown clock and stuff like that. So if you are just joining us, the shows start in just under an hour. So we've got 58 minutes for us to just have a bit of a chat about what we're going to be seeing. We can talk about where we are with NXT, where we are, of course, with AEW, because we haven't had a show for a couple of weeks. There wasn't a show last week. It was a bit weird, actually. We were only watching NXT last week. I can't believe it's been a week. Can you believe it's been a week since Christmas? This time last week was Christmas Day. It's been a week already. I mean, literally, there's 51 weeks and then we're at Christmas again. Yay! So, yeah, absolute carnage, absolute madness. But we are here anyway. And as we said, I am just going to have to set up a few things so that I didn't keep you guys waiting. I can see Anthony saying sadly can't afford BT or Sky. Yeah, sadly, that's the only way to watch them. They were on Sky before. Now they've moved over to BT. I do think it's better for us here in the UK because WWE was on Sky, but UFC was on BT. So now that WWE has moved, you only really need BT. And if you've got BT Sport in the UK, you can now watch WWE and UFC. So you don't need to worry about Sky at all. Of course, you get like cricket, football, soccer, as it's called in the US. That's all on Sky Sports. But if you want just the combat stuff, then that's largely over on BT Sport. Days, can you check Thunder Rosa's Twitter banner? Yeah, why? Let's have a look. Ah, that's amazing. That is amazing. No way. That is really, really cool, man. That is really, really cool. So, sorry, but, oh, man, that is amazing. Yeah, I mean, Thunder Rosa, right. Okay, so I appreciate this is the NXT AEW stream, but we have just done the NWA stream, and we've been having a good joke on there about how Thunder Rosa, who legit is one of my favorite female wrestlers, just favorite wrestlers, honestly. I think she's absolutely incredible. She used to be in Lucha Underground. She did some GTS, Grimm's Toy Show stuff. She's been in other promotions as well, but now she's in NWA. And yeah, look at that. She's actually used the graphic that I made earlier today for my watch-along. She's actually put that and used it for her banner. How incredible is that? How awesome is that? Absolutely insane. So, yeah, that's just blown my mind for a second and completely knocked me off course. It's kind of crazy as well because she's been sending a few messages through, basically telling me to stop, because I've been making out that she has got feelings for another superstar. And yeah, I probably should stop. So I think we might be drawing a line under that very, very soon. But it's just fun. It's just harmless fun. If you're not following us over on Twitter, jump it. We have a lot of fun over there. A lot of fun. So follow us over at Wrestling Days. And, well, yeah, shout out to Thunder Rosa. What a great, great sport. What an absolutely fantastic wrestler. Really fun person as well, you know, like you can have a laugh and a joke with. So yeah, I think she's got a YouTube channel called Thunder Rosa. So if you want to check her out, I mean, you can obviously Google her and whatever. And if you're not watching NWA, I honestly don't know what to say at this point. We've been shouting about it for weeks. But we do need to change our attention over, don't we? We do need to start talking about NXT and AEW. I'm still no further down the road of getting all of this set up. But I am going to say hello to everyone here. So, hello to famous KJ Carter. Shout out to LSW. Any predictions for NXT? No. Tonight is an awards episode. I honestly don't know any more than that. So I can't sit here and say, I think we're going to see this, I think we're going to see that. I don't know what we're going to see when it comes to NXT. I think there are some matches, but I need to sit down and honestly have a look to see what's in store. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, that one. I do know that AEW is absolutely stacked. They had a week off, so they really have been building towards this. This really is a big show for them tonight. So I'm really expecting something good from AEW. I know some of you in the chat aren't fans of AEW. I know some of you in the chat are not fans of NXT. I genuinely enjoy both shows. I think both shows really do bring some positive things. Both shows have got a few negatives as well. But I've got high hopes for AEW tonight. If someone was to ask me which show do you think is going to be the better, I would say I think AEW will be. And I'm basing that on the fact that they've had a week off. They're going to really want to come back with a bang. I really think they're going to go for this tonight. I think they're going to go all out for it. And there's some tasty matches. In fact, let me just refresh my mind as to what some of those tasty matches are. Let's do AEW preview, because I know they've been shouting about a lot of different matches. So, advertised for tonight, we've got Riho defending her women's title in a 4-way match. So, she's defending against Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and Hikaru Shida. So that should be quite interesting. Darby Allin is taking on Cody. Again, that's a match that we've seen before, and we're getting it again. It was a really great match last time. MJF is going to announce the stipulations for his pay-per-view match with Cody. We've got the Elite battling the Lucha Bros and Pac. We've got Dustin Rhodes taking on Sammy Guevara. We've got Trent taking on Jon Moxley. And we've got, of course, Jon Moxley is going to respond to Chris Jericho's Inner Circle invitation. So this is what I'm saying. There's loads. It's an absolutely stacked show for AEW tonight after having that week off. I really hope we see Big Swole. I don't think there's going to be time, to tell the truth. I think they're going to be absolutely rammed, but I really would like to try and see Big Swole. We saw her a couple of weeks ago. I was impressed with what I saw, but I really do want to see more of Big Swole, who amazingly I think is either going out with or engaged to or married to, certainly one of those, Cedric Alexander, which I had no idea. Yeah, certainly one for the future. And I really am looking forward to seeing her in action. Let's jump back over. NXT might be a little flat because it's the end of year awards. Yes. How do you watch AEW? I watch it on Fight TV. If you're in the US, then I believe it's on TNT. But that's what I'm actually setting up right now. I'm going over to the Fight TV AEW app so that I can get it set up on my second laptop that I've got here. There it is. Got it. Found it. NXT is just going to be highlights. The video froze and I got annoyed and I punched my phone. Okay, breaking news. NXT War Games did Britt Baker better than AEW. Is Britt Baker dating Adam Cole? She is, and do you know what? She's also a dentist. I don't know if you've heard this news, but Britt Baker is a dentist. So there we go. I don't watch that garbage. Who do you prefer, Rhea or Riho? Oh, that is such a good question, Kevin. That is such a good question, because I think my feelings on Rhea are quite controversial. In that I can see that she is a fantastic superstar. There's really just one thing that bothers me, and that's the fact that she won't sell submission holds. She'll get put in a submission hold, and she'll just start working her way out of it. There's no selling. She's not in pain. Once she's out of it, it's as if it never happened. It doesn't matter if it's at the very end of a match. She'll just lie there. And she might reach out to the ropes, but eventually she'll get out, stand up, and everything's absolutely fine. And I really think that's a massive problem in her storytelling. I think it's a big issue in her matches, and I know it doesn't bother a lot of people. A lot of people don't care, to be honest. But it really bugs me. It really bugs me. Riho, I think, is a very good wrestler. She is small, and it's I don't know, to be honest. I think both of them have got different challenges. I feel like Riho is the better wrestler, to be honest. I think Rio's actually the better wrestler. So I would go Riho, but I know many people would go with Rhea Ripley. And I'm not going to sit here and argue. I've given you my reasons as to why I feel that way, and honestly, it's a quick fix for Rhea Ripley. If she just starts selling the submission holds better, then I'm firmly on board, because she's got a great look, she's great promo, she's got a lot of ferocity. She brings a lot to the table. So I am a Rhea Ripley fan. It's just that one thing that really grates on me. In regards to Riho, I do think she's a very, very good wrestler. Some of her transitions, her reversals, her actual in-ring action is so crisp and really, really good to watch. The only criticism that people have is how small she is. That's a criticism that Rey Mysterio would face as well. But of course, Riho isn't like a high flyer like Rey Mysterio. She's not as innovative as Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio was just bouncing everywhere, So he could kind of overcome his size. I think Rio's going to struggle to overcome hers, to be honest. But clearly they've got a lot of faith in her. And again, she's got big opportunities coming up, like tonight, a fatal 4-way for her to show that she deserves to be the champ, why they've put that faith in her. So very close. And I think they've both got strengths and both got weaknesses. Days, how do you watch NXT in the UK? It is on BT Sport. I believe it starts on BT Sport tonight. So, really, really excited to see what they bring to the table, BT Sport. And I know that might not mean much to people in America, but it's a big deal over here because not only has Raw and SmackDown gone to BT Sport, but now we are getting NXT live, the same as you guys. That means that more people here in the UK can watch it live along with us. So we might get some more people joining us for the watch-alongs. And also NXT UK has gone on to BT Sport as well. So that's a massive spotlight for them. NXT UK is now going to be on TV here in the UK. So that's a big deal. Big deal. Lots of exciting stuff going on. Shout out to Wes Heron. Hope you are well. This is the NWA podcast. Hope you guys are well as well. We literally just bounce from each other's channels, don't we? That's how we spend our days. We literally just go from one channel to the next, just watching each other's live streams. It's kind of crazy. Wrestling Days, it's my birthday. Many congratulations to Malik. Happy birthday to you, buddy. Tonight on NXT, we're going to find out what teams are entering the Dusty Rhodes Classic. You're absolutely right. Yes, we are. Normally, we get some thrown together teams. And honestly, I think that the tag division really does need a bit of a boost in NXT because it's been a little bit flat recently. And obviously, Fandango looks like he's going to be out for quite a while. So Don't know what they're going to do with Breezango. Don't know what they're going to do with Tyler Breeze. We lost the Street Profits recently. It wasn't that long ago that we lost the War Raiders / Viking Experience / Viking Raiders / Hanson and Rowe / Eric and Ivar. I mean, those guys have had so many name changes. It's not even funny. So it's a bit funny. So at the moment, it looks like it's probably going to be the Forgotten Sons taking on Undisputed Era, and that's about it. So yeah, it is going to be very interesting to see what tag teams they do throw together. Do we think Liv? Who's Liz? Do you mean Liv? Do we think that Liv return was a flop? Yes and no. I think that there was a million better ways to bring her back. I think that a lot of people had built it up into their minds. I think that because of the cryptic tweets and the Firefly Funhouse, people wanted her to return a certain way. So when she came back as a lesbian, kind of really threw people off guard, you know? So, yeah, I think there's better ways to bring her back. But I would stick with this story because I don't think everything is as it seems. I really think there's a few twists and turns to come. Yeah, let's see how it plays out before judging it too much. But yeah, definitely a weird one. Shout out to Connor Shaw, who says, "Hey Days, do you know what day NXT UK is on?" I don't actually know. Sadly, the announcement said that NXT and NXT UK were coming to BT Sports, but they didn't actually give any more detail than that. Something tells me that it was on a Wednesday and it got moved to a Thursday, and I don't know if that's true or not. So I will try and find some more information out for you. But I need to still finish setting up the stream because we're still going through the process of doing that. As we said, rather than making you guys wait for 5 minutes, I thought we would start on time and I would set a few things up whilst we were talking. So I've still got to do a few things, a few bits and bobs. NXT is every Thursday. Yes! Called it. I had to pull that information from the back of my brain. Oh, do you know what happened as well? I only got followed by Tim Storm from NWA. I know! Tim Storm started following me. So, I mean, if I can get an invitation, so I do want to go over to America at some point this year, and I want to go to an NWA TV taping. So, man, if there's any way that I can meet Mama Storm, I'm going to start working on that soon. Days, when is Velveteen Dream supposed to be back? I heard a rumor that he's not back for a while. I heard it definitely wasn't 2019. It was going to be 2020, and it might not be for a while. So I've got to be honest, I'm not expecting him back for the next few weeks. It could be like Royal Rumble time, something around then. So we're going to have to wait and see. Days, didn't realize that Bray follows you on Instagram. To be honest, I didn't realize until a few weeks ago and someone told me. Because I'm hardly ever on Instagram. I was fortunate enough because obviously we did a lot of theory videos and we did a lot with the Firefly Funhouse. I was fortunate enough that I was on Bray Wyatt's radar, and he followed my Twitter and my Instagram as a result. And the Twitter got closed down, so he doesn't follow my new Twitter or the Twitter I use now. So sadly, I lost that. But he is still following my Instagram, which is it's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's literally because I was making videos and talking about him. We were talking about him from episode 1 of the Funhouse, you know. We were like one of the first channels to do like reaction videos, theory videos, and he picked up on it. And honestly, one of the best and biggest moments for me personally last year was the day, the moment, the hour that The Fiend actually made his in-ring debut when he attacked Finn Balor. Bray actually tweeted out on his official Twitter one of my videos. I think it was my reaction video to that moment. Obviously, I'd reacted and uploaded that video straight away. Bray saw it and used that as one of the very first things that he tweeted out. So I know quite a few people joined the channel as a result of that, and yeah, really appreciative of him doing that. And always a big fan of the Fiend, always a big fan of the Funhouse. Can't wait to see what they do this year. And yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, I've literally just come off conversations with, like, Thunder Rosa on Twitter. I just had, like, Tim Storm follow, and now we're, like, sharing stories about The Fiend and everything, and it's like, nothing, they don't do that because, like, this is a bigger channel or anything like that. They interact with people. If you get in touch with, certainly the NWA wrestlers, they will drop likes, they will drop follows, they will drop retweets. So this is why, it's just one of the reasons why I urge people to watch NWA, because you're going to see people that you love, you're going to see wrestlers that you love, you're going to see matches that you love, and then you can get in touch with them on social media, and there's a really good chance they'll get in touch back. So that's what I'm saying. It's really, really cool. But yeah, that was an example of Bray doing that. It was amazing. I can imagine Days hitting 1 million in 2021. No way. Days, what is your favorite wrestling promotion right now? NWA right now is my favorite. I would say NXT at number 2. Maybe AEW at 3, SmackDown at 4, Raw at 5. I can't quite tell if AEW and SmackDown, they keep kind of interchanging. I feel like certainly in recent weeks, NXT has pretty much been the better show out of NXT and AEW. So yeah, I would go with NWA, then NXT, then AEW, then SmackDown, then Raw. Just messaged Sergeant Slaughter, and now he's following me. Yes, he is someone that's very active as well. Yes, Sergeant Slaughter, who you wouldn't expect, but he is. Amazing. I don't even think he follows me. So that's really cool if you've sent him a message and got a little follow back. And this is what I'm saying, they will do that. You should reach out and try. Days, you're going to be famous. No. Days, The Fiend is moving to Raw. SmackDown sucks. Even Raw is better. Not sure. Most weeks, SmackDown has been the better show. We need to have a look as well. I really do want to just get these tweets and things done and let people know that we're streaming, so that then we can start talking about some of the awards, because, of course, on NXT tonight, it is an award show, and I do think it would be cool to kind of just preview some of those awards. So I do definitely want to do that. I've got to tell you, we've been talking a lot in recent days about Match of the Year, and my Match of the Year comes from NXT UK, and I feel like that would be eligible for the NXT Awards. So for me, honestly, I think the Match of the Year is Tyler Bate versus Walter. It didn't get mentioned on WWE Backstage because they were just focused on Raw and SmackDown. So I'm kind of hoping that it gets mentioned tonight. I think Johnny Gargano against Adam Cole is probably what will win. But, yeah, they've surely got a mention. It deserves a mention at the very least. The fantastic match that took place between Tyler Bate and Walter. Days, what is your favourite WWE moment of all time? The first one that always comes to mind is Hulk Hogan face-to-face with Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3. It had such a big build. They were claiming that Andre hadn't been beaten ever in like 15-year career. They were saying he'd never been beaten. Nothing was hotter at that point than Hulkamania. It was everywhere. You're talking about one of the biggest pop personalities facing like one of the all-time sporting greats. I mean, you talk about Hulk Hogan face-to-face with Andre the Giant at a time where kayfabe was still alive and well. People just absolutely losing their minds. It was one of the biggest ever crowds. I don't know if you can say there was a better moment in WWE than that, you know? That moment for me is still the moment. If you want to sum up wrestling, then I think that iconic image of the face-to-face between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant ticks pretty much every box. I mean, they look like wrestlers. You've got the big giant, and then opposite, you've got the big muscular guy. You've got the crowd going crazy. You can see the size of WrestleMania. It's at WrestleMania. Do you know what I mean? It's an absolute moment. And it's kind of one of those moments that really transcends wrestling as well. It's one of those moments that's just like an iconic image. So yeah, I would have to go with that. But feel free to let me know what yours is. I think an awards night is worthy of the return of the suit. If I had confidence that they were going to give Match of the Year to Tyler Bate versus Walter, then I probably would be wearing the suit. But and also, I think not only are they not going to give that Match of the Year, which I don't mind, but I think they're going to give Rhea Ripley Female of the Year, and that's going to grate on me a little bit. What's your thoughts on FTC and Copper? It's a problem. It's something that I don't think too many people are going to care about, to be honest, on the stream, because it affects creators. I mean, it will affect people, you guys as well. For those of you that don't know, YouTube have brought in some new laws that say that if a video is made for kids, then you have to say it's made for kids, and as a result, you can't monetize it. You can't. It won't get notified, and there's like this whole list of things. And it's going to be a problem. I actually don't know what the future's going to hold. I haven't even looked to see what Ryan, I don't know who Ryan is. Ryan's toy channel. You know that kid that's got like millions and millions of subscribers. Ryan's toy review or something. I don't know what he's going to do. His channel is clearly aimed at kids. It's clearly aimed at... He's not making that content for adults. Well, under the new rules, he won't earn any money. Notifications won't be sent out. You won't be able to put comments on the videos. They won't appear in suggested or recommended. There's loads. There's absolutely loads if your content is made for kids. Now, we're all right here because these streams aren't made for kids. It's all right if kids watch them, but is the content aimed at children? And it's not. This is aimed at wrestling fans, and wrestling fans come in a wide range in age group, you know? Demographic is probably the better word. Yeah, I mean, we should be all right. I mean, certainly when it comes to the toy videos and the toy hunts, there's going to be issues there. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on what's going on, to be honest, and we'll take it from there. But some very I know it's not fun, but certainly some very interesting changes coming to YouTube in 2020. So just something for you guys to be aware of. Might explain why some of your favorite collectible channels have changed their content up a little bit. I just came here straight to YouTube because I know the stream starts at 7, but it would have been convenient to have had a notification. Ooh, did you not get a notification? I can't explain that. I have no idea. Live reactions. I'm desperate to get this tweet done so that I can give you my full attention, because so far we're half an hour in and I haven't been able to give you my full attention yet. We've got hashtag NXT year-end awards. We've also got AEW. What matches were there? Oh man, there was loads. There was loads, wasn't there? We've got Riho versus Britt Baker. Let's just put Riho defends in Fatal 4-Way. That'll do. Riho defends in Fatal 4-Way, plus probably Finn Balor, probably Jon Moxley, definitely Jon Moxley, Young Bucks, Jericho, and more. That'll do. Boom. Boom. Desperate to get this done. Dynamite. There we go. WWE. Let's chuck in the word wrestling for lols. And I think that's everything. Tweet. Boom. Days, are you elite or inner circle? I'd probably root for the elite more. But I do love the inner circle. I think one of the best things in wrestling in 2019 was Chris Jericho. I thought his promos were excellent. I thought some of his matches were great as well. If you think about the catchphrases, little bit of bubbly and all that kind of stuff, absolutely brilliant what he was able to achieve in 2019. Right, NXT year-end awards. Let's have a look and see what is coming up. What could there be? Records, versions. Okay, so male competitor of the year, male competitor of the year, female competitor of the year, overall competitor of the year, tag team of the year, takeover of the year, match of the year. So those are the 6 categories. So I think what we'll do is let's go through those 6 categories and we're going to talk about who we think, and I want your input as well. I want you to put into the chat who you think should win each category. Okay? So, female competitor of the year. Now, for me, you're talking about the whole year. You're talking about 2019, right? Not just the end, the whole year. Okay, so female competitor of the year for me has got to be Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler held that championship, I think, throughout the whole year. Absolutely fantastic performances. Spearhead of the women's division, front and center. She was doing, she was at Survivor Series. Think of her performance at Survivor Series. She beat Becky in a triple threat match. I know Rhea had a great weekend at Survivor Series, but you can't take away from Shayna Baszler as well. And then you've got the rest of the year as well. So I would be looking at Shayna Baszler for that one. I see people saying Toni Storm, Kaylee Ray. I actually don't know a great deal about her year. I know that she did become NXT UK Women's Champion, but I couldn't tell you if she was good or not for the year. Toni Storm. Ripley, easily successful year ending as the face of the women's division. Shayna, Io Shirai. I think there's a problem with notifications. Yeah, there probably is. It's YouTube, mate. You get used to it. Rhea Ripley, Shayna, definitely Shayna. Rhea Ripley seems to be between 3. We seem to be getting 3 names here for NXT Female of the Year. It seems to be either Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, or Io Shirai. Now, I love Io Shirai. I'm a big fan. And she had arguably the best women's match of the year. Her match against Candice. Her feud against Candice was excellent as well. I would be going with Shayna. I think she was the spearhead, as we said. As we said, I think all 3 of them in the running. Next up, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to male competitor of the year. Male competitor of the year. Now, for me, I've got to go with Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole, I thought this was the year for him. I think that he was bubbling underneath, and then he has finally reached the mountaintop. He finally got that championship. And I know that there should be more to these awards than you just being the champion. He's done a great job. If you think about how dominant Undisputed Era have been, it'll be interesting to see what people say here. Keith Lee is a very good shout as well. He's had a great year. This is just NXT. And I think NXT UK as well. So Walter would be in for a shout. Lars Sullivan, yes! Lars Sullivan! What a year Lars Sullivan has had. You're absolutely right. Lars should get the award. But sadly, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. So Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, they seem to be three names. Adam Cole, Bay. We got another Bay, Matt Riddle. That's interesting. Keith had a great 6 months. That's a fair point. Maybe he didn't have a great year. Perhaps it was just a really strong 6 months. Johnny Gargano, Adam NXT, Dijakovic, EC3, Matt Riddle, couple for Matt Riddle. Green shirt guy should win Traitor of the Year. Because I know that I sit here saying I enjoy both shows and I watch both shows. I don't attend both shows, and I certainly don't sit front and center at both shows. Who does he know? How does he get them tickets? Like, we were asking this question about WWE, and now he's gone and done it with AEW as well. So I am really, really bemused. Like, I haven't got a clue who he's sleeping with, but he is sleeping with someone. In 2 different promotions. Finn Balor was very cool. Alexander Wolf. Ricochet. I can't remember when Ricochet got called up, to be honest. I would say for me, it would be Adam Cole, as I said before. I think Adam Cole was bubbling around, and he just, reached the mountaintop this year. And arguably had the match of the year. It's the highest rated WWE match of all time ever. The highest rated WWE match is Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. NXT TakeOver New York. That's according to Dave Meltzer, who scored it. I think it was a 5.5. So it was above the 5-star rating. WWE had only had a handful of matches that had got 5 stars. This one did 5.5. So, yeah, that's why I'm not going to complain if it ends up winning the award for Match of the Year. But let me know, because that can be the next subject. What is the Match of the Year? I would say Tyler Bate versus Walter. Maybe you think it is Gargano versus Adam Cole. Maybe you think it's something different. Leo Rush is a good shout, Adam. That's a good shout. What if it is Green Shirt Guy? Finn Balor, Adam Cole. Shout out to Captain James Barton. Shout out to you, Captain. Thank you for joining us. Let us know, what do you think the match of the year was? What was the match of the year? I actually liked Cole versus Gargano 2 the best. I might agree, actually, Sean. I think I would agree. War Games, Cole versus Gargano, Tyler Bate versus Walter, or Cole versus Gargano. Your ratings will be up with both of those shows soon days. Thank you very much, Ollie Bessel. Appreciate it. Rambling Rabbit versus Mercy for Match of the Year. Gargano versus Cole in Toronto. Anna Dawes says Tyler versus Walter. Hands down. Epic match. Johnny versus Adam at Phoenix. Gargano versus Cole. Cole versus Dunn at Survivor Series. Yes. Have you got any new wrestling figure reviews? Nothing at the moment. NXT War Games men's match, says Zach. Kai says Keith Lee versus Dijakovic was excellent. Nails and NY says Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. Pete Dunne was awesome this year. Pete Dunne was awesome every year. Every year since he was born, he's been awesome. I think Lars is just doing a Liv Morgan and trying to get attention and get people talking before he returns. Let's be honest, though, they should have swapped stories. Well, he really is committed if he's doing that for attention. But it's definitely working. NXT TakeOver New Orleans, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Keith Lee versus Dijakovic, says Jojo. Say hello to Bray. Damian Priest versus Killian Dane. When Huskus met Days, that should be match of the year. Jesse, what is wrong? What is wrong, Jesse? What is working your last nerve? What is your drama? Have you got like phone drama? I think they're going to give it to Cole versus Gargano. To be honest, I would love Tyler Bate Walter to get it. I think it would be a nice nod to NXT UK that just may not feature in these awards at all. So, yeah, I would like to see that match get it. But if they give it to Cole versus Gargano, no complaints from me. This next one I think is pretty straightforward, but feel free to throw in some curveballs. Tag Team of the Year. Tag Team of the Year. What is your Tag Team of the Year? It's got to be Undisputed Era, surely. It's got to be Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, hasn't it? Maybe you feel different. Maybe, I mean, it could be the Viking Raiders. I don't think they got called up. Was it? I can't remember when it was, actually. Exactly. I feel like maybe July, August time. Hello, Ace Man. Hope you're well. Georgia Smith liked my tweet. Amazing. Shout out to Jerry Lopez. Hope you're well, buddy. Undisputed Era, War Raiders, Undisputed, U Era. I like that. P Rook, just put U Era. The U Era. We're now approaching the U Era. It's all about you. The B Team. Yes, Jamie, the B Team. B Team. Go. Fandango and Breeze. Street Profits. The Graveyard Dogs. What are the Graveyard Dogs? Oh, is that Undertaker and Roman Reigns? Unforgotten Sons. Gallus. Oh, Gallus is a very interesting shout because I don't know much about them. Could you say Imperium as well? Plus also, who's the tag champs over on NXT UK now? Is it Gallus? I don't actually know who it is. Who are the tag champs? I would love to know that on NXT UK. I don't think they're winning this award, by the way, but it might be worth knowing. But I think you're right. I think it is probably going to be DIY. DIY? Did they actually get back together? They did, didn't they? They competed on like Raw at the very start of the year. And then Tommaso was out injured. So I can't see them winning it. I think it's going to be Imperium. It's Gallus currently. Okay. Grizzled young veterans. Yeah, they were good. Days it is Gallus. Thank you very much for letting me know. I don't think they're winning. I think it's going to be Undisputed Era. One more to go, and then we've got overall competitor of the year. So what was your, this is hard, takeover of the year? Was it TakeOver 25? Was it TakeOver New York? Was it TakeOver War Games? What was your takeover of the year? That is really hard because I can't remember them, to be honest. TakeOver New York. Let's have a look. TakeOver New York was... Where's the matches? Street Profits versus... Oh, no, they were dark matches. War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. Walter versus Pete Dunne. Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane. And then, of course, that main event, Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I mean, that's going to take some beating, isn't it? TakeOver New York. TakeOver 25. TakeOver 25 was, just so that we're all on the same page and we know what happened where. It was Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong. Street Profits versus Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch versus Undisputed Era versus Forgotten Sons. That was a fatal 4-way ladder match, which I remember being insane. Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze. Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai. And Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. So NXT TakeOver 25 was amazing. TakeOver Toronto. Let's have a look at that one because I can't remember that. TakeOver Toronto was... Here we go. TakeOver Toronto was Street Profits versus Undisputed Era, Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae, Velveteen Dream versus Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong, Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim, and Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. So, there we go. And then War Games. I mean, you remember War Games. That was recently. TakeOver 18. TakeOver War Games. TakeOver Toronto. This is quite mixed, isn't it? This is hard. TakeOver Toronto. There's quite a few votes for Toronto. There's a couple for 25. I think 25 was better. To be honest, I'd be leaning towards New York. War Games. Man, this is really split, guys. Honestly, this one is really, really split. Really, really split. I think what we'll do, let's put a poll up. Let's put a poll up because this is quite interesting. I really want to know what people think on this. We're going to put a poll up for an hour and best takeover 2019. Okay, best takeover 2019. Was it 25? Was it Toronto? Was it New York? Or was it War Games? There we go. Because otherwise we're just going to bicker and nothing's going to get sorted. What was the best takeover? Boom. I've tweeted that out. We'll come back to it. We'll see what people say. What was the best takeover? And then the final one. What is your overall competitor of 2019? What is your overall competitor of 2019? Your NXT competitor of 2019? What is your overall competitor of 2019? I would go Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole is my pick for that. People saying War Games. Fenix, yeah, Fenix was great. Fenix was great. Oh, wow, we've moved on now. We've definitely moved on. Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Toronto. Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Finn Balor, Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Keith Lee. Wow. Well, I feel like a broken record. Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Adam Cole. Lana, yes. Bronson Reed. I don't think they do Newcomer, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe they'll bring it in. Eva Marie, yes. Matt Riddle, Keith. Hello, baby girl. 712-8230. Velveteen, Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, I think it is going to be Adam Cole. Finn Balor. Cole says Yellow Army. Adam Cole says Patrick O'Neal. Johnny says TLS Jordan. Get Mossed says Belair. I do love Bianca Belair. What award is this? Overall Competitor of the Year. So it's probably going to have to be one of... So whoever you said was best male, and then whoever you said was best female, just pick one of those two. Because it'd be a bit weird to say Adam Cole is the best male, and Shayna is the best female. But I'm going to say that William Regal is the best overall competitor. Bask in his glory. Roderick Strong. Couple of votes there for Roderick Strong. Jordan Miles, yes. Jordan Miles. Jordan Miles. Yes, Jordan Miles, overall competitor of the year. He should win it for best breakdown. He had best meltdown was Jordan Miles, wasn't it? And they should definitely do that. Best meltdown. Pete Dunne because he's a brummie. William Regal. Joe Coffey. Isaiah Swerve Scott. What is AEW on tonight? AEW in the UK is on Fight. It's always on the Fight app. Days, you forgot TakeOver Phoenix. Yes, I did. Feel free to put it in the comments, though. Put it in the comments and we can add them up if you feel like you've been cheated then just drop it in the comments. Not these comments, the comments on Twitter. Right, I don't think we came up with an overall. I think I'd be leaning towards Adam Cole, baby. But, of course, each to their own. Need to find the correct channel for NXT. Make sure that we're all good in the hood for that. It's so weird. Yes, it is. So, BT Sport 1 at 1 a.m. WWE NXT Best of 2019. So I do think, unfortunately, this is going to be just like a recap show. So NXT, I don't think, is going to do very well this week, to be honest. So I think all eyes are going to be on AEW, and we've already spoken about some of the great matches that are coming up there. We've got literally 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go. Days, do you live in a detached house? I do live in a detached house. Ian says Adam Cole, Rhea Ripley. Swamp Manor says Kona Reeves. Miles is a champ outside WWE now. No, I thought he had left wrestling, actually. Didn't he say he was leaving wrestling? Days, do you think Shinsuke versus Sammy for the IC title will happen? It might happen. I don't know if it's going to happen at WrestleMania. Could be more SummerSlam. I'm not sure. Days, if someone asked me what my top 3 favourite matches of all time were, I would say Adam Cole versus Johnny, because that is such a phenomenal match. Yeah, Sophia, I don't disagree at how brilliant it was. My 2 favourite matches of the year were Tyler Bate versus Walter, Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. I don't know why, I just prefer Tyler versus Walter. I think it's because the 3 falls, the first fall just wasn't really all that, to be honest. It was, the match was still finding its feet. Of course, the match went over half an hour, so you can't go 100 miles an hour for half an hour, so it had to pace itself. I thought Tyler Bate Walter paced itself a little better, but not much in it. Honestly, not much in it. AEW needs to put on a stellar show tonight. They do. I think they will. I've got high hope that they can show the world what they are all about. Days, Verizon no longer carries Fox, so Verizon users can't watch SmackDown. That sucks. Hopefully they can get that sorted somehow, because anything that's going to affect people from watching wrestling is a bad thing. You should defo show the chat what kind of ring the Days is watching. What kind of rig? There is no rig, to be honest. I've just got a TV screen on the wall. Decent size. I think it's around about 50-something inch screen. Quite nice. And then just a laptop here. So TV there, laptop there. And I'm going to watch NXT on the TV, AEW on the laptop. Bish, bash, bosh. Days, which show should I pay more attention to? Honestly, Monica, I would say AEW, because NXT seems to be a recap show. It's going to have awards, which I think are going to be quite interesting. But outside of that, I'm not sure what action we're getting. So it seems like NXT, coming off the back of a week off, probably are going to feel like they've got a point to prove. AEW needs to have the audio fixed. There's no excuse for this every week. That's never an issue for me, because I always have to have it turned down, so I can't comment. I honestly don't know what issues there are when it comes to AEW's audio. The storytelling in Tyler versus Walter was more detailed than Cole versus Gargano. Baser Boy says, did you like the wedding? Did you like the wedding? I gave it, I think, 7 out of 10. 8 out, I can't remember what I gave it. It was 7 or an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed watching it. Would I recommend it to people? Probably not. Is it how I wanted Liv to come back? Absolutely not. But did I watch it with an open mouth, just absolutely on the edge of my seat, couldn't believe what I was watching, didn't want it to turn off, was lapping up every second of it? Yes, absolutely I was. Is it like one of the major talking points of recent months? Yes, absolutely it is. Has it done mental numbers on YouTube? Yes, absolutely it has. Maybe it's done those numbers for the wrong reason, but there's no denying people are talking about it. And honestly, most of the time, that's all WWE want. They just want the conversation. They've managed to bring her back and for it to be this massive, massive deal. Now, a large part of that is probably down to Liv and her tweets and her cryptic tweets and building up the anticipation. And is she going to be part of the Funhouse and all of this kind of stuff? So I think she probably takes most of the credit. But, yeah, man, I totally understand why people hate it. Totally understand. I've got no need to defend it. No need to defend it. But I was thoroughly entertained. That's my feelings on it. That is my feelings on it. Days, do you have Elite 73 Aleister Black? Nope. He is too short. That's interesting. I think he is surprisingly short, though. He's not as big as what you think. What makes me laugh about AEW is JR keeps forgetting people's names. Okay. For the record, Sergeant Slaughter has not passed away. I hadn't heard that he had, to be honest. But if that rumor is out there, thanks to C Wrestling for squashing it. So, yeah, if you've heard that news, it is not true. He literally replied to a tweet a minute ago. Oh, well, there we go. Shout out to Jaden Cole. We are 3 minutes away, friends. 3 minutes away, so there we go. Kind of a bit of a mad hour setting up different bits and bobs. Talking about who we think might win the awards. Quick little preview of what we're going to see for AEW. And now we're going straight into both shows. Can you check Liv Morgan's new tweet? I can. I will do that now. I've got to be honest, I've not been paying her tweets much attention. I suppose now she's back, this might be of interest. Cleansed 2020. There we go. Liv Morgan in the bath. Wonderful. See where we are in regards to 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Okay, I'm going to go and watch AEW. I'll talk on Twitter later. Jake, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, my friend. Days, do you have any Funko Pops? Yes, James, I've got quite a few. I was collecting all of them, and then I just got to a point where they dropped a load. Like, there was about 10 or something that came out, and I was like, it was too much. It gets too much, you know? Like, what with all the Mattel and Funko and everything, and it's like, it gets to the point where I was like, oh, no, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. Which is a real shame, because I do like them. So, I've got about 30 or so of the early ones. Yes, Days, very wonderful. Boobs. Boobs. Days, what kind of phone have you got? I have got the Google Pixel. Google Pixel 3. I think the 4 has just come out. I've got the one before what just came out. I got to tell you as well, not that anyone's going to care, but you might care. I had the first Google Pixel, and I did the whole of my YouTube channel on that phone. The first Google Pixel, I promise you, I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have a camera, I didn't have anything apart from my phone, and that got the channel to 40,000 subscribers just using the phone. So if you've got a YouTube channel and you're thinking of, like, you know, I need a camera, I need lighting, I need blah, you don't. You absolutely don't. You just need a phone. As long as you got a smartphone, you've got anything and everything you need right there. And actually, I still prefer editing on a phone. It's quicker. Much, much quicker than editing on a laptop. Or at least I find. Good night, Callum Jess. Days, I feel sad that AEW and WWE fans are fighting. I just want everyone to enjoy the wrestling that we're getting. A little bit of that is their own fault, to be honest. You know, both have fired shots at each other, and it's just kind of all it's done is it's fueled the war. Plus, the fact they're on at the same time, it forces people to choose. Like you can't really watch both at the same time, even though we try. We're underway with both shows. We've got fireworks going off. We've got a very different entrance stage. Much smaller entrance stage for AEW. It's a much smaller arena. And it's just got one of those tunnels rather than the two for AEW. You know, like they tend to come out, heels come out one side, faces come out the other. We've just got the one tunnel tonight. We got Taz on commentary as well. JR, Excalibur. Jon Moxley versus Trent. This is the homecoming edition of AEW Dynamite. Are we in Jacksonville? Is that why? Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. That's coming up as well. They're just showing us clips of the year on NXT, and I think that's how it's going to be for most of the night. So I'm probably going to give most of my attention over to AEW. We got Nyla Rose versus Shida. They just call her Shida now. That's interesting. It doesn't say Hikaru Shida. The Elite versus Pac and the Lucha Bros. And MJF is going to answer Cody tonight. So, plenty going on with AEW. And Cody versus Darby Allin. That is next, apparently. Cody versus Darby Allin. Darby Allin. This is going to be a very interesting match. They've faced each other before, and Darby Allin just came up a little short. This is good. Little vignette. I'm into this. I really like these kinds of vignettes. I don't know why WWE can't do more of these. Darby Allin burning the face. Oh no, it's Pat McCarthy in his shorts. Pat McCarthy in his shorts. He's no longer Pantsman Pat. Right, Darby Allin on his way down. Is that Darby Allin? No. Someone's... There he is. Who's that guy that's come out with a Cody? Who the hell is that? Wow, he looks friendly. Really short entranceway. There's a ramp that actually leads to the ring. It's a very different setup for AEW tonight. This is the same... Oh, right, I'm getting it now. The penny's now officially dropped. This is where they did Fight for the Fallen, was it? I think it was Fight for the Fallen. So we've been at this venue before. It is in Jacksonville. Hello, what match have we got here? They're showing us a replay of Street Profits in action from TakeOver 25. There's Arn Anderson, the Enforcer, one of the four horsemen. Arn Anderson is here. Wow, I tell you, it's really cool to see Arn, isn't it? He looks like an enforcer, doesn't he? I would want Arn Anderson in my corner as well. I don't care about that guy in a freaky mask. I'd want the Enforcer. I'd want a former Horseman. He looks great as well. Yeah, he looks really great. So he has come out with Cody. Looks like he's walking down to the ring with Cody. Great ovation. Fireworks going off. This is a really hot start. It's a brilliant way to start the show for AEW. NXT, I just can't... it's just a replay of a takeover match. I don't know why they've done that. Don't they know there's a war going on? Best of the year. I might just type that and leave it there. Very disappointing tonight from NXT. Very disappointing. But this is AEW's opportunity. So Cody taking some deep breaths, and Darby Allin steps forward and just slows down. I thought he was going to race forward. Head coach to the Nightmare Family. Isn't that the name of Brandy Rhodes' faction? Is it the Nightmare Family? Do you know, I can't remember. It's Nightmare Summit, isn't it? Could be the Nightmare Family. Let me know. I'm sure we've got some AEW fans joining us. What is Brandy Rhodes' hair collection called? her little hair collecting group. We're underway with Cody and Darby Allin. Cody with a back elbow to Darby, going against the ropes. Shoulder charge and looking for a quick pin. Never know why they go for quick pins. It's very obvious that it's not going to work. Days, I promise you, Jay White will become the first ever IWGP World and IC title holder. Okay. Notorious Nightmare, thank you. I'm very much looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom. I do need to do a little bit of prep work for it. I need to kind of catch up on some of the storylines. I know about Kota winning the G1. I know about Moxley competing against, is it Lance Archer? And we've got Tanahashi against Jericho. So some really interesting matches coming up for Wrestle Kingdom. Some AEW stars in action. And I think, is it the final match for Jushin as well? Is it Jushin Thunder Liger's farewell match? So a lot happening at Wrestle Kingdom. The Barber Collective. The Nightmare Collective. Thank you. I'm watching NXT. Yeah, I'm watching NXT as well. It's just I've seen this. This is the ladder match from TakeOver 25. Nice little roll-up by Cody. One. Kick out by Darby Allin. It's good little reversals there. Days, I like Cody's entrance. Yep. Agreed. I want Jon Moxley to bring the US title to AEW. I've heard conflicting reports. This, apparently, by the way, this is the number 9 match of the year we're watching on NXT. The ladder match, the tag team title ladder match, I think is ranked number 9, they just showed on the graphic. So I'm guessing they're going to be counting down like the matches of the year throughout the whole night. Days, they're doing the top 3 matches. I thought that said this was number 9. Nice. By Darby Allin. Snapmare. Darby Allin got caught. There's some lovely reversals. I really like Darby Allin, you know. I think Darby Allin's... He's like... Do you know what? I've just realised he's like the male Thunder Rosa, isn't he? Darby Allin's like the male Thunder Rosa. He's got like half face paint. He's got really good facial expressions. Quite a dark, mysterious character. I don't know if... We'll have to ask... Someone should ask Thunder Rosa if she can skateboard. Can she skateboard, and does she have a brother? And is that brother Darby Allin? That's 3 questions for Thunder Rosa. And question number 4, does she fancy? Question mark. NXT is off for New Year's Day. This NXT should have been last week. AEW is going to kick their ass. They will, yes. The only thing I can think, though, is there might be some people that haven't seen these matches. But even if they've not... I don't know. I still feel like people are... I definitely agree. People are going to choose AEW over NXT this week. I mean, I've just got it on in the background. I'm definitely watching this. Darby Allin with the springboard back elbow. Lovely action. Suicide dive. And again, why have they not sorted the railings? Straight into the railings. The railings get pushed back. Not too much. Just a little bit into the crowd. But, man, it's a matter of time before that injures someone. It really is. We've got Cody on the outside. Darby comes out, grabs him, throws him into the ring. 60 to 800,000 NXT viewers. Majority of them will have the network. Days, are you going to get the Orange Cassidy shirt? No. I love Orange Cassidy, but why would you want any shirt other than the one he wears? Like, he's always wearing that white one with his face on. That's the one I want. If I'm going to buy an Orange Cassidy shirt, it's going to be that. Talking of shirts, I bought 2 shirts tonight. And sorry to keep taking the conversation back to NWA, but I did buy a Camille shirt that says "Silence is Golden," which is amazing because I don't want to say we gave them that idea, but we absolutely did because we mentioned it on the stream. We then tweeted it out because we thought it was a good idea. And the head of merchandising said, "That's a good idea." Actually replied to the tweet and said, "That's a good idea." Fast forward a few weeks. Now we've got the t-shirt. So I don't want to say that t-shirt came from these streams, but it absolutely did. So I had to buy it. So I've bought the Camille Silence is Golden shirt. And I've bought the Mama Storm shirt as well. So 2 shirts that are on the way, baby. Nice figure 4 leg lock by Cody. We're at commercial break for NXT. Turned over by Darby Allin. So that pressure now is on Cody. But Cody reverses it. The pressure goes back onto Darby. NWA every day. Yes. Elder Sour, shout out to you, my friend. Sophia, Days, what has been an emotional moment in WWE you have seen apart from The Undertaker's streak ending? P.S. I hope you have a great year, Sophia. I hope you have a great year as well. An emotional moment. I'm not sure I'd say Undertaker. Well, yeah, I suppose it was emotional. Honestly, I think Roman and the whole leukemia thing, I think him coming out and dropping that news, no one had a clue. Even when he came out, like I remember he was coming out to boos. He came out, people were booing him, and then he dropped the news that he. I just don't even know what to say. Still can't believe it. That's one of the most emotional things I've seen, definitely. Also, Daniel with Connor the Crusher. When Daniel won at WrestleMania, he jumped out the ring and gave Connor the Crusher a hug. And of course, Connor would sadly pass away not long after. And obviously, we've got Connor's cure now. So I don't want to bring the mood down, but when I think about emotional moments, those are ones that come to mind. Joe Mikulachik. I missed NWA. How was it? Did Thunder Rosa show up? No, Thunder Rosa was busy. I didn't expect her to show up, to be honest. Because I know that she is getting ready to go to Japan. I don't even know. She might even have left and she might be on her way to Japan as we speak. But I know that she's Japan bound. So I didn't expect her to join us. And the show, I would say, was probably the weakest one we've had in a while. Still very good. I think I gave it 7 out of 10. But honestly, normally NWA is like 8.5 to 9. So this isn't the week I would recommend people watch. But it was still a good show. I mean, there's no denying it was still a good show. Darby Allin up top now. Big crossbody. Cody reversing, going for the cover. Kick out by Darby. It's a good match, this is. Should be paying this a little more attention than I have been. Out the way goes Darby. Nice, round the back. Nice little kick through. Done at great speed, but a lovely snap suplex. Yeah, very, very good. These two have got great chemistry. They really do. And Arn Anderson is still at ringside. Cody chants from the crowd. Days, I dressed up as Orange Cassidy at Halloween, and my crush tried to talk to me, but I gave an Orange Cassidy thumbs up. I love him, man. Can't wait for him to have a proper match. Here we go. Bang! Nice right hand by Cody. Darby staggering into the center. Cody with a springboard stunner. Springboard stunner. A Cody cutter. So 10 minutes of the match have gone already. There's 10 minutes to go. This does have a 20-minute time limit. Cody standing tall. Darby Allin is down. We're still with that tag match on NXT. I gotta say, this is a much nicer way of watching the shows. Not having to worry about NXT so much. Means that I can really concentrate on AEW, and this is a great match. Stomp by Cody. I don't think she is spamming on purpose. Days, I want to watch AEW in my living room, but I don't want to wake my parents up. Dilemma. Well, you can put it on. Just keep the sound down. Hello to Sir Chocolate Orange. Sir Chocolate Orange has joined us. Amazing. Big fans, Sir Chocolate Orange. Lovely suplex by Cody off the top. 2. Nice kick out by Darby Allin. Shoulder up. It is still anybody's ball game. Really good. Darby Allin chants from the crowd now. The crowd really getting into this. Tall Paul 2000's gaming channel says, when I grow up, I want to be Arn Anderson. Yes. Yes, I want to be Arn Anderson as well. He looks like a badass, doesn't he? He looks really cool. He still looks like he could go, you know? Days, I wanted to become the first New Zealander to become a world champion, but Jay White will be the first to do it. Oh well. I'm sure there's other things you can achieve. Maybe you could achieve it at a younger age or something. There we go. Darby getting over to the ropes. AEW has nowhere near as good a production value and camera angles, video quality as NXT and WWE. Still not bad. Still not bad. I don't watch AEW and think, oh, I just can't watch this. I honestly, I don't mind it at all. Cody has got Darby on the ramp, slams him down, scoop slam, and now throws him into the ring. Unfortunately, we've got Pat McAfee on screen on NXT. That's going to affect ratings. With his shorts on. Why does he always wear shorts? Cody has got Darby up. Looks like he's going to put him up on to a turnbuckle onto the top. Forearm strike. He's going to go for a superplex. Looks like he's setting him up for one, but Darby Allin fighting back. Headbutts. Headbutts from Darby Allin. Yes, Canadian. Canadian destroy from the top. Come on. That was off the top. That definitely should have got the win. Immense. Famous KJ Carter, shout out to you, my friend. Tall Paul 2000s Gaming Channel says, do you watch OSW Review? Who's in your boy stable? I do watch OSW Review, yes. Hard to say who's in my boy stable, to be honest. Because I would have to give that some thought, and I've never given it any thought. I don't know. I honestly don't know who would be in my boy stable. It's a good question. I'd have to give it some thought. But I have seen their videos, yes. Stunner by Darby. Darby dragging Cody into the center. I think, is he going to go for that coffin drop? He's going up top, Darby, but Cody rolls out the ring. Godzilla Artist says, Days, if you remember me from earlier, can I draw you on my channel? Yeah, do it. No problem at all. Here we go. Coffin drop. Oh, on the edge of the ring. Over on NXT, they're going through tag team of the year. We got Viking Raiders. We got Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. Both guys on the outside on AEW. I want to see who wins Tag Team of the Year here. Of course, it could be Undisputed Era. So, we're going to bring you this result as it's coming through. Kick to the face by Cody. Cody going for a clothesline on Darby Allin. Back elbows by Darby Allin. I could see this match running out of time. Ah, springboard stunner misses. A Cody cutter misses. So, who have we got? Street Profits. Undisputed Era. Viking Raiders. It is Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era. Pick up the victory. They are Tag Team of the Year. Okay, Cody just getting a 2 count. How did Darby kick out? No idea. We've got to be running out of time here as well. I think there's got to be, 3 minutes or so left? So we really are getting towards the end of the time. Into the corner goes Cody. Cody collapses down. There we go. Look, they're in the ring. William Regal is going to present the awards. Tag Team of the Year. Cody rolling up Darby. Oh, and Cody gets the win with a little roll up. That's a shame. Cody gets the win. Great match that was. Great match. Kyle O'Reilly just says, these awards say tag team, but maybe they should say collective brethren of the year. I was wondering why he had 2, why William Regal was standing there with 2. I'm guessing it's because it's tag team and there'll be 1 award for Kyle O'Reilly and 1 for Bobby Fish. There we go, Tag Team of the Year. They've got their hands full. They've got the tag team gold. They've got awards. They've got North American Championship. They've got the NXT Championship. Look at that. They are absolutely dripping with gold. There is gold everywhere for the Undisputed Era. We've just got a little backstage interview with SCU. Oh, hello. Here's Sammy. Gotta go, but it's been real, even if everything on my end was malfunctioning. Thanks for joining us, Jesse. Days, have you found Huskus? I hope Kia hasn't shown him to the bush. I haven't found him yet, no. Regal for the Wheel of Fun. Do you mean the Hall of Fame? Male competitor of the year now. Male competitor of the year. Adam Cole. So, Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian. Cutler. Daniels and Guevara next week. So, Adam Cole, male competitor of the year for NXT. Adam Cole, Walter. I think we've got the ladies now. Adam Cole, Walter, Keith Lee's got to be in there, surely. Johnny Gargano is the other one. Britt Baker. Okay, so we've got the women's match underway. Nyla Rose on the way. Velveteen Dream is nominated. D-R-E-A-M is. Velveteen Dream. D-R-E-A-M is. Tyler Bate? No way. Tyler Bate gets nominated. That's cool. That's very cool. Tyler Bate in the running for male competitor of the year. And so is Tommaso Ciampa. Well, if Tyler Bates nominated, surely Pete Dunne's going to be nominated as well. Who's winning this? Who is winning this? Adam Cole, baby! Well, we don't know yet. So, Walter, Velveteen Dream, Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Tyler Bate. Who is taking home the gold? Adam Cole, baby! Adam Cole! Look, they're having to come walking out again. Adam Cole, Bay is male of the year. They must be fed up. They must be fed up of doing all this walking around. Why couldn't he have just given them the award when they were in the ring the first time? It's an empty Full Sail arena, by the way. There's no one in Full Sail. Undisputed Era, all in suits. And there's William Regal, who hands the award over, and William Regal leaves the ring. He says, you could have given me this at the beginning of the year. Dr. Britt Baker, I don't know if you've heard, but she is a dentist. She is on her way down to the ring. She also goes out with Adam Cole. There we go. Well done to Adam Cole. No Keith Lee. No, Seth, you're absolutely right. Keith Lee was not nominated. How crazy is that? No nomination for Keith Lee. We were not allowed to bask in his glory. Days, I love how New Japan chose the person to face the world champion at the biggest event. With WWE, they just throw jobbers over the top, whilst in New Japan, you have to beat the biggest wrestlers in the company. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree and disagree. I love the Rumble. I've got a lot of love for the Rumble. I've grown up with the Rumble. So I think some of the stories, like certainly those people that, you know, like Shawn winning from like number 1 or whatever. There's some brilliant stories with the Rumble. I understand what you're saying about how, like, with New Japan, to get that G1 contract, you've got to go through the whole roster. They definitely make them work, and I'd love to see WWE bring in a tournament like that. I know we've got King of the Ring, but it wasn't given the respect it deserved, was it? We're at female... wow, there's no stopping here. I've only just noticed we're now at female competitor. So, female competitor, this cannot be won by the Undisputed Era unless Roderick Strong's going to put a wig on. So, we've got Toni Storm, Io Shirai. Who is winning this? We're underway with the women on AEW as well. We got Kaylee Ray. She is the current NXT UK Women's Champ. So we got Kaylee Ray. No mention of Rhea yet, I don't think, unless she's next. Bianca Belair! I'm on my own against the world. I love that girl. I love that entrance music. Dun, 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 dun. Here's Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley. Ripping it up across all 3 brands. They're fighting on the outside on AEW. Okay, so Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, or Kaylee Ray, who is picking up the victory for Female of the Year. Tell you that Nyla Rose just slammed Rio's face into a table. Nyla Rose going after... is that Britt Baker? Oh, them railings scare me on AEW. Here we go. Shayna Baszler wins Female of the Year. So, sadly, it isn't Roderick Strong in a wig. She's coming down to the ring with Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. Back over on AEW, we got Nyla in the ring. Into the corner goes Britt Baker. This is for the Women's Championship, so this is quite an important match. We could see Riho losing the title. See what Shayna's got to say. She says she's the most dominant champion WWE has ever seen. Oh, Samoan drop by Nyla Rose. Thing of beauty. Days, are you able to put the winners along the bottom? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Short and sweet from the champ. Bum, 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 bum. NXT Awards. So, tag team was Undisputed Era. Shida slamming Nyla Rose down. Adam Cole, baby. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Nyla Rose picking up Shida, hanging her out on the top rope. What did I miss on Raw? I can't even remember that far back. The wedding. That's what you missed. A lot. Let's put it that way. Really haven't heard that before. No NXT for me tonight. What did I miss on Raw? TNA Impact is brilliant tonight. I didn't even know it was on. Is Impact on tonight? I thought Impact was on a Tuesday. AEW is afraid of becoming a women's wrestling show. Through the table goes Shida and Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose driving Shida through that table. Oh, it's a beautiful senton. Shida looks in pain there. We've gone to commercial break with NXT, so going to turn our full attention back to AEW. Riho with a double stomp off the top onto Nyla Rose. I feel like Shida is going to be out of this match for a while. Britt Baker with the DDT. Going for a cover. 1, 2. Oh, shoulder up by Nyla Rose. She's trying to get a submission hold on, but she can't quite because Nyla Rose is very strong, powering her way out of it. Really, really good stuff. Will there be any matches? I think the matches that we're going to get on NXT are going to be like best of the year matches. Nyla. Bang! Slam down. Britt being slammed down by Nyla. 1, 2. And Riho makes the save. Days, how was your New Year's Eve? I didn't do anything, but I was streaming. We streamed WWE Backstage. Cheers. It saves me leaving the stream to go and check. You could do the same with the Dusty Rhodes team announcements. I'm not sure if it'll all fit, to be honest. Because we do still have that coming up, don't we? The teams are being announced for the Dusty Rhodes Classic. We'll definitely shout them out. Britt Baker kicking Riho in the face as she was about to get the pin there on Nyla Rose. Swinging net breaker by Britt Baker. Shoulder up just by Riho. I like long matches. They can reach further into the candle holder. I like that saying. JCO 83. I am so on board with that. They can reach further into the candle holder. But they are less environmentally friendly. I like longer matches. I agree. I completely agree. I think they can tell better stories when they've got more time to work with. Shida is in the ring now. Shida suplexing Riho into Nyla Rose. Another great match on AEW. Yes, Days, who's winning tonight? AEW by a country mile. Because they're actually giving us a show. NXT are just giving us, like, end of the year awards that could have been announced on Twitter. In all fairness. They didn't need to do it on NXT. Nyla Rose picking up Riho. Slams her down. Really hot crowd, you know, for AEW. Riho is on top of Shida. She's actually moved herself now so that she's lying next to Shida. Nyla Rose up top. Oh, and both women move out of the way. No one home. Shida against the ropes. Goes for a soccer kick. Double knees by Riho. Goes for the cover. Shida makes the save. Oh, hello, Rivalry of the Year. I didn't know we were getting Rivalry of the Year. Oh, just a 2. Rivalry of the Year. I think it's got to be Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, hasn't it? Rivalry of the Year. So far, we've got Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. I think it is that. The matches that gave us, it's got to be that. Britt Baker has got a submission on Shida. Nice reversal by Shida. Kick out by Britt Baker. Riho with a roll-up. Riho gets it. Riho steals it. Look at her face. Look at the wonder on her face. AEW is for the birthdays. You should do trivia about wrestling. What are you doing watching both shows? I like both shows. I like to watch both so that I can compare them both and talk about both. Honestly, NXT is probably one you could miss this week because it is just year-end results. They're kind of, they're talking about Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. Like, at this point, I'm guessing that has won Rivalry of the Year. Nyla Rose is setting a table up here. Dane and Riddle. That looked weird. Okay, here we go. Look, Nyla Rose is grabbing Riho. Putting her onto the table. Is she going to come off the top, is she? She doesn't. Oh! A splash onto Riho. Riho goes through the table. We're still looking at this Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano rivalry. Do you like Andrade as United States champion? Yes, I do. Tyler. Right, we've got Chris Statlander versus Riho next week. Chris Statlander versus Riho next week. So, there we go. Rivalry of the Year. There was no nominations. There's no point. It is Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Johnny has come out to collect the award. There's 2 awards, actually. There's no sign of Adam Cole. Oh, hello. Low blow on Joey Janela. And here's Adam Cole. Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian. So Penelope Ford with the low blow on Joey Janela. Adam Cole back out for a 3rd time. He must have really enjoyed the break that he got when it was female competitor of the year. When they were giving out female competitor of the year, he probably thought, oh, thank God I can have a cup of tea. I can have a coffee. I can have a sit down. 3 times he has had to walk out there. There we go. Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, rivalry of the year. I think we are at commercial break at the moment on AEW. Better add that to the bottom, hadn't I? Rivalry is Adam Cole. Adam Cole versus Gargano. There we go. Days, I just came back. Have I missed anything? Riho retained the Women's Championship. She's going to have to defend it next week. And we've just got Rivalry of the Year. This is Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. We're just at commercial break on AEW. All of the winners are scrolling along the bottom. Very poor from NXT this week. Very poor. I know I keep saying it, but yeah, really expected something more than this. Female Wrestler of the Year was Shayna. What are the women tag teams on AEW? They don't have any, I don't think. AEW is the new pro wrestling, the best ever made. I think we're now going to have a look at another great match. Another match of the year. The Women's War Games match. This is match of the year number 2. So, Team Baszler versus Team Ripley. Joaquin, hope you are well. Do you think we will get AEW figures? Yes. 100% yes. Absolutely, definitely. This should have been last week's show. Yes. Did you like school when you had it? I was never thrilled about going to school, but when I was there, I didn't mind it. But getting up and going to school was sucked. Do you think Tyler Bate versus Walter should have won Match of the Year? Yes. You've got Match of the Year. They haven't announced it yet. They haven't announced Match of the Year. They're actually showing us the matches that are... They're kind of counting it down. So we're at the Women's War Games match right now. So this hasn't won. I think this is number 2. So we need to wait and see what wins. Do you think they're afraid to put the title on Rose for fear of PC backlash? No. Is it just wrestling, not competitive sports, so it really should not be a problem? I don't think that's the reason. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I think it's all to do with the fact that Kenny Omega, I think, plays a big part with the women's division. And as a result, he is putting over Riho. Riho is someone that he really respects. I think that whenever there is mixed tag matches, Riho is his female partner of choice. So they've put the title on Riho for that reason. Yeah, I don't think it's got anything to do with Nyla Rose. NXT is not going downhill. What are you talking about? I don't think it's going downhill. I just think that they could have done with a proper show this week. We got a little Dark Order promo. Are they going to show us those shots? They're very carefully editing this footage, aren't they? So you don't see that guy, the Dark Order guy with the shots doing that. Is that a worse match of the year? Which one? The Women's War Games? Underrated match of the year. Killian Dane versus Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest. That was class. That was a very good match, yes. Yeah, I completely agree. So there we go. Just a little thing from Dark Order. Not that exciting. Right, we're back from commercial break for AEW. And we might be getting a little bit of Orange Cassidy. There's Trent. There's Orange. Trent with Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. Yes. There we go. There he is, look. What a ledge. He's just standing on the outside. Chuck Taylor opens the ropes to let Orange Cassidy in to the ring, and he's like, nah, you're all right. You're all right. So, let's change this over. It is Trent versus Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley's here. AEW, AEW, AEW. Things are picking up, friends. Things are picking up. Yeah! Jon Moxley! Days, who has won the awards so far? I don't get NXT. They're all scrolling along the bottom, my friend. All the results that have been given out so far, scrolling along the bottom. I met you and Bill at Leicester Square event. Amazing. Shout out to Unknown M Beat. Lovely to meet you, my friend. Lovely to meet you. I hope you had a really good time. I missed the match before this on AEW. Who won? It was Riho. Riho retained the AEW Women's Championship. Just on NXT, we're just seeing Dakota Kai beating up on Tegan Nox, hurling her into the side of that shark cage. Brilliant moment. That was a great moment. That really was a moment of the year, wasn't it? The Dakota Kai heel turn was wonderful. Ah, she slammed the door in her head. Ah, and then onto the knee. Look, bang, bang, bang. I mean, she really looks like she is like really going for it. Looks brutal. Because that door is clearly not made out of polystyrene. There we go. Looks trying to take that knee brace off. Absolutely crazy. We're underway with Jon Moxley against Trent as well. William Regal coming out. He gets pushed away by Dakota. Look at Regal. Look at the face on Regal. I love Regal. He is the unsung hero of NXT. William Regal is the GOAT. They need to get him into the Hall of Fame, man. He needs a Hall of Fame ring. When justice for Regal, that's what we need. We need justice for Regal. And look, she's back again. And Regal's back as well. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Look at that. So good. Nyla Rose. AEW is awesome tonight. It is very, very good. Tegan Nox just got knocked the bleep out. Days, can I speak Welsh? If you want to. NWA is old school. It's awesome, isn't it? NWA is awesome. Nice. Double knees. Christopher, here we are, 2020. Happy New Year to the entire community. One of the highlights 2019 was meeting Days with my son at Wrestling Shot. Awesome, buddy. Really great to meet you and your son, pal. Thanks a lot for coming down. The amount of people that stopped by was absolutely mind-blowing. So really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. And hopefully 2020 is going to be a great year for everyone as well. So much for Cody saying fans get along. There's no war. They just spent 5 minutes showing crowd signs dissing Vince and the XFL. What's the point of that? I didn't see, to be honest. I was watching, I think I was watching Dakota Kai losing her mind again, which was such a great moment. It was done so well. Days, did you have a beer last night? I did. I had a beer last night. Only one. I had it on stream, actually. So, yeah, I had a beer. But it's really good, like, waking up not having a hangover or anything. I saw the word hangover was trending on Twitter today, and thankfully, I was not in that group. Trent is down. Jon Moxley working on the knee of Trent. We got Chuck and Orange Cassidy on the outside. Days, I timed Sami Zayn's theme to the New Year ball drop. Is there a way I could send you a video? I don't have Twitter. I don't know, dude. I mean, you could try and email it. Facebook, maybe? I don't know. The best way I would have said would have been Twitter. Keith Lee needs an award. Yeah, maybe like Breakthrough Star of the Year or something. I never know why Regal never made that into a finisher. He can put a man down with his back chop. Nice suplex. Superplex by Jon Moxley on Trent. Going for the cover. I gotta be honest, I'm not really into this AEW match. I don't really know why they're having this match. I don't know the backstory or anything. It's just a match that's happening. I'm literally just excited to see Orange Cassidy. That's it. So for me, it's cool to see Jon Moxley. Got a great crowd reaction. But out of the matches we've had so far, this is the one I'm caring about the least. Shout out to K31R4 Hancock. Kenny versus Pac is later to come. Days, are there plans for another wrestling shop? No. I mean, there could be one. I'm not saying there won't be one, but honestly, I only found out about this year's in like August. I can't remember. You found out when I found out. It was in a toy hunt video. We like found out together. That is, I promise you, when I first found out about it, there was no plans or behind the scenes talks or anything. Literally, whenever that toy hunt video dropped and I found out that we were getting wrestling shop, that's when I found out. Supreeth says, Happy New Year, Days. All the best. Love from Australia. Shout out to you, Supreeth. Hope you are well, my friend. Happy New Year to you. We're still underway with the women's War Games match. We're still underway with Trent versus Jon Moxley as well. Good night to Baby Girl 7128230. How are you doing tonight, Days? I'm doing all right. To be honest, I do find the Wednesday streams don't give me a chance to interact with you guys as much, but we're able to do that this week because I'm not having to pay as much attention to NXT. So in a way, it's kind of a little bit of a different stream. I can spend a bit more attention and spend a little bit more time with you guys, which is good. I much prefer to do that. We've got around about an hour to go. We might get a little overrun on NXT. They might not bother this week. I honestly don't know. Trent, duck underneath. Nice half suplex by Trent. We're at commercial break on NXT. Bath in his glory, yes. Jamie says, but most boring week of wrestling. I'm not sure, Jamie. I'm not sure if we can say that wedding was boring. It was many things, but I don't know if it was boring. AEW is putting on a good show tonight. So, got to give credit where it's due there. Here we go. Look, Trent back into the ring. Days, do you think Moxley will join the Inner Circle? No. No. I've never thought that he would join the Inner Circle. I would be absolutely amazed if he does. DDT by Trent. Days, the Haberman is here. Hello, Eric Haberman. Hope you are well, buddy. I could see NXT winning the ratings. Yeah, I'm not so sure on that. Not this week. In fairness, they don't deserve to this week. AEW are putting on a very, very good show. Face first. 1, 2. Oh, shoulder up by Trent. Shoulder up. I really wanted Buddy Murphy to win against Aleister Black. Did you? Didn't mind, to be honest. I could see pros and cons. I think they're really keeping Aleister Black looking strong. I think Aleister Black really is heading for the main event scene, so keeping him undefeated. Because I think he's still undefeated on the main roster as a single star. 1, 2. It was a good little exchange between Trent and Moxley. Clothesline by Moxley. Down goes Trent. Still on commercial break with NXT. Daze, does it feel like AEW only puts their best product out on the nights when NXT isn't broadcasting live? I don't know. I don't know. I think AEW was the better show in the first few weeks. And then we started building towards Survivor Series and War Games, and for me, that's when things switched. And obviously, as part of that build, we got Finn Balor going to NXT, and that was a big moment. This is a big moment as well, because Orange Cassidy has stepped into the ring. Orange Cassidy is face to face with Jon Moxley. He puts his hands in his pockets. Oh my God, look at this. Scenes on AEW. And Moxley has put his hands in his pockets as well. What are we seeing? The distraction by Orange Cassidy. Running knee by Trent. Oh, pile driver. Trent. 1, 2. Oh, shoulder up. What a moment. What a moment. Moxley face to face with Orange Cassidy. A double hands in the pockets. We had a hands in the pocket off. Absolute scenes. Absolute scenes. Trent to the outside. Paradigm shift on the entrance walkway by Moxley, formerly known as the Dirty Deeds. Godzilla artist says, Days, I've emailed you the picture I drew. If you check, you can critique it. Okay, bud, I will do that. AEW needs a production team badly. Here we go, look. Moxley with the pin and the win. The pin and the win for Moxley. The Orange Cassidy distraction, not enough. What a moment. Maybe my favorite moment of the night so far. Just a simple stare down. Good match. It's really good having Taz on commentary as well. So they're talking about, will Moxley join the Inner Circle? We've still got this Women's War Games match going on NXT. There's a rainbow shirt guy on AEW. I haven't seen him yet. Oh, hello. Sammy. Sammy's here. Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara of the Inner Circle. So Sammy is in with the crowd. I was just about to say the exact thing. Taz is underrated and brings a whole new level of insight to a match. Yeah, Brian, I absolutely agree. I think he's a brilliant commentator. Right, Sammy has gone down to ringside. Moxley's grabbed a chair. Sammy says, I'm not here to fight. Well, what are you here for? Why are you here? They've got a big surprise. He puts on some 2020 glasses. Sammy equals Tyler Breeze. I think Taz needs to stay on commentary for AEW. Jason, I agree. Days, what's your favourite entrance of the year for WWE? The Fiend. Easy. Easy. That first Fiend entrance, not knowing what it was going to be. Okay, we got Jericho. Jericho says, you looked amazing in that ring tonight. Standing in front of a beautiful sports car. He says, a few weeks ago, I asked you to join. This is good from Jericho. Jericho saying, I know that the Nightmare Collective are asking people to join and the Dark Order are asking people to join. But we're only asking you to join and we're offering you more than a black mask or a lock of hair. He can be executive vice president of the Inner Circle. The Ford GT. Wow, they've bought the car for Moxley. And it's got the license plate Mox on it. No way, that is really cool. Take the offer. Take the offer. Look at that car. He can be vice president. That car is nice. Definitely take the offer. A little bit of bubbly. Predictions for Royal Rumble. I'm thinking maybe Kevin Owens. I'd like it to be CM Punk. That is a really nice car. Wow, take the offer, says Gemini 605. Yes. The world can be ours. How great does that belt look as well? Gotta show some love to the AEW Championship. That is a championship. Sparkling and glistening away with loads of detail on it. Puts the WWE title to absolute shame. Well, not the actual lineage of the WWE title, just the actual belt. That is an amazing car. And there we go. Look, Jericho driving away in the Moxmobile. The Moxmobile! Renee Young is texting Moxley right now saying, take the offer. Yes. That would be funny if they said something about his wife. We've even got your wife a pony or something. He says, I've always considered Chris Jericho a friend. And out of respect. Ah! Oh! He's giving his answer in person next week. Next week, there we go. You gotta wait a week. The whole world is gonna find out. It was meant to be this week, but it's gonna be next week. He probably was gonna say no, but now he's like, oh man, I do need to talk to Renee about that car. That is a deal changer. Things just changed there. I mean, they've even put my name on the license plate. Like, I need time. I need more time. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. Right, we've got these cards again because, of course, over on TNT, we go picture-in-picture. We don't go picture-in-picture here. So they've got little cue cards. Right, we've got, over on NXT, we've got the future star of the year. Who is the future star of the year? It's got to be Keith Lee, hasn't it? We've got Kushida. Here we go. Kushida. Xia Li. There's no way Xia Li is winning that award. No way she is winning that award. She's a great superstar, but this has got Keith Lee written all over it, hasn't it? So, Kushida. Bro, I do like Bronson Reed. I really do like Bronson Reed. He's got a really great look. Hard hitting. I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed, but he's not winning. Tegan Nox. I swear she's only had like 3 matches or something. They're going to struggle to find highlights here. There's no way Tegan Nox is winning this award. Dakota Kai. Dakota's been out for a long time with injury. Although that moment was epic. She probably deserves it just for that moment. So, Dakota Kai. Come on, Keith Lee. No, Dragunov. Dragunov from NXT UK. Obviously had the match against Cesaro in Cardiff. Isaiah Swerve Scott. Perhaps Keith Lee's not going to be eligible. He's good. Do you know what? So far, I don't know. I was so adamant that Keith Lee was going to be in this. I don't know who I want to win. Tanara. Tanara is, again, she's good. Good facials. Cameron Grimes. I think Cameron Grimes has really taken NXT by storm. I think Cameron Grimes probably is going to win this. Would he be my pick? My pick would be Bronson Reed. Or maybe Dakota Kai. I loved her heel turn. No! Keith Lee! Oh my god! Right, for me, Bronson Reed or Dakota Kai, but I think it's going to be Cameron Grimes. Winner is... It's Dakota Kai, yes! Yes! I'm pleased with that. Brilliant, brilliant heel turn. Brilliant heel turn. Like, legit a moment of the year. Her turning heel and Finn Balor turning heel. They were moments of the year. She looks amazing as well, by the way, when she's in, like, Dakota attire. Not when she's in, like, wrestling attire, but when she's in full-blown Dakota attire. Here we go, taking the award from Mr. Regal. I'm gutted they changed the music. I loved their old music. NXT Future Star. He says, I've known that about myself this whole time. You're just late to the party? There we go. She backs away. Well, she's got to step up now, isn't she? It's time to deliver. This is not the woman that was fearful of Shayna Baszler, that was nervous around Shayna Baszler. So, Future Star goes to Dakota Kai. I'm amazed it wasn't Cameron Grimes. Absolutely amazed. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to Cool and Fun Time with you, Bade and a bid. We have got a match underway on AEW as well. I need to just jot down future star Dakota Kai. This isn't Trent versus Moxley. Moxley obviously picked up the win. This is Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. There we go. Did you know that Fox is trying to force Vince to bring back the original World Heavyweight title? They think it looks more prestigious than the blue. I haven't heard that, no. Oh, hello, Jake Hager. Jake Hager walking down. Why is NXT War Games on? They're showing the best matches of the year. Jake Hager has made his way down. Famous KJ says, I like bad girls. Good to know. Good to know. Do you think WWE should bring back the NWO? No. They're going in the Hall of Fame, aren't they? So they'll have to bring them back for that. Right, we got Jake Hager face-to-face with Dustin Rhodes on the outside. Ooh, Sammy Guevara with a drop kick to the outside. Dustin Rhodes goes down. Guevara doing a bit of showboating, a bit of posing in the ring. The titles look like toys. Yeah, they're not good, are they? They need to change them. Maybe they are. I mean, like, look what they've done with the IC belt, and there's big rumors that that US title is literally on the verge of changing. Been a good few weeks now where we've heard reports that a new US title has been delivered to WWE. I wondered if it was going to be this week on Raw that we were going to see it, but we didn't. It's got to be soon. It's got to be soon. I think the new IC belt looks great, actually. I gave it a 7.75. I'm still at that. I'm still at that score. Which I think is really good considering I loved the old version of that belt. But honestly, the AEW Men's Championship is stunning. That's one of the best belts out there. We're still underway with Dustin Rhodes against Sammy Guevara. Dustin Rhodes is down. We're at commercial break on NXT. I hope the Fiend destroys Daniel Bryan. Days, do you think Seth and the AOP is good? I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I've got no issue with that. When will we do a Wheel of Fun? There's no plans to do any at the moment. Do you think WWE should have an off-season? I'm going to say no. I think they should use the wrestlers better. I think the wrestlers should have off-seasons. But, like, you could do something whereby, you know, Finn Balor is gone for a few months and, like, they could have a couple of months off at different points in the year. The problem is for WWE that there's too much money to make from advertising. You know, networks need ratings, they need content. WWE is a content provider, they can't afford an off-season. But there is an argument that, like, wrestlers get burnt out. So why don't you just rotor it so that wrestlers get 2 months off or a month off or whatever it is every year, and just everyone gets a different month off? I understand that storyline-wise it'd be very difficult to like do booking-wise, but if it's a case of, look, this is who you've got in March, make it work for March, so be it. This is who you've got for April, make it work for April. It would definitely be easier to have an off-season, but it's not happening, is the bottom line. Networks need content. WWE is a content provider. They're not going to have an off-season. The other thing as well is if they did have an off-season, you know that there would be wrestling promotions that would come in and fill that gap. And WWE are not going to want to lose ground to anyone. We're still underway. Sammy Guevara with a beautiful submission hold right now on Dustin Rhodes. And we've actually got, talking of Rhodes, we've got Dustin Rhodes on one channel. We've got the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic advert on NXT. Returns in 2020. Here we go. So, Undisputed Era, Forgotten Sons, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. What a team. Kushida and Question Mark. The Question Mark has joined NXT. Kushida and Question Mark. We've got grizzled young veterans. We got Gallus. We got Imperium. I think it was Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster as well. So those are the 8 teams that are going to be competing. Question Mark in NXT. Amazing. This is getting stupid. Whilst Jake is MMA star, he's not allowed to wrestle just in case he gets injured. So he's just there to be a pain in the backside. All right, we're at Takeover of the Year now. Oh, what did you guys vote? Takeover of the Year? Let's have a look. Takeover of the Year. We did a poll, didn't we? War Games, you said. You went with War Games. 51% of people said War Games. And I think you're right. I think you've called it. There it is. Look, the community, 110 votes. 51% of people said War Games. Let the War Games begin. Has it won? Yeah, I mean, they're only showing War Games, so I'm guessing that is the winner. Kevin Owens coming out. I forgot about that. Totally forgot that Kevin Owens came out. War Games. New York. Yeah, I liked New York. But I think that is our winner. Yep, it is. Takeover of the Year, as predicted by you guys, was War Games. On the edge of the ring on AEW, we're still underway with Dustin and Sammy. Breakout Star of the Year now. My God, they've got all these categories I just didn't know about. This has got to be Keith Lee, hasn't it? It's got to be Keith Lee. They might give it to Rhea, though. Rhea probably deserves this. So, Damian Priest. Pippa Niven. Who cares about Pippa Niven? Dominik Dijakovic. Who is winning this? Who is the NXT Breakout Star of the Year? Angel Garza. He's had a great year, Angel Garza. Really great in the ring. Obviously, current Cruiserweight champ as well. Joe Coffey. Keith Lee, there he is. Oh, bask in his glory. 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 Come on, Keith. Candice LeRae. Matt Riddle. Bro. And Rhea Ripley. I think they're going to go with Rhea, but I want Keith Lee. But there's no denying that she had a massive end to the year. No denying. Come on, Keith. Sammy Guevara getting the victory, by the way. Is it Keith Lee? It is! Keith Lee wins! Yes! Breakout star of the year! Oh, bask in his glory. Oh, bask in his glory. Oh, bask in his glory. I'm really pleased about that. Ooh, sing it, child. Sing it. Testify. I'm telling you now, Pat McAfee is the new Byron Saxton. I don't know why you'd want to get that label, but he is definitely going for it. Desperate to be the new Byron Saxton. He is more Byron Saxton than Byron Saxton. Yeah, man. Right, MJF on his way out. And now we got match of the year coming up. Oh my god. So much going on. Why have they rammed it all at the end? AJ Parker. Oh, bath in his glory. Perhaps that's what Liv Morgan's been doing. Liv Morgan's been having a bath in his glory. She loves it. The 2 out of 3 falls match from NXT New York. Highest rated WWE match of all time. Are they saying that is it? Yeah, that's it. It is. Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, match of the year. Oh no, does that mean that Adam Cole's got to come out again? Oh man. He is going to be so upset. Match of the year, well done. I can't even argue. I would have liked to have seen it be Tyler and Walter, but Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. There's no denying that Adam Cole has got to win overall competitor of the year. He's got to. You can't win. You can't be part of like tag team of the year, male competitor of the year, rivalry of the year, match of the year, and not get overall competitor of the year. I know technically he wasn't in the tag team, but still, same faction. He knows them. That's good enough. Match is Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Oh, that's in his glory. MJF is slowly making his way. Just having a look at the crowd. Slowly walking past the fans that are berating him. There we go. Let MJF break in some signs. This is really good, actually. MJF just slowly making his way around. Goes to give someone in the crowd a high five. That was weird. He put his fist up like this. I think he just wanted a bro fist. A fist bump. But the guy kissed his hand instead. Oh, he's like, give me a kiss right here. There we go. He gets a little kiss off a lady in the front row. I could be watching the match of the year. Legit probably is the match of the year. Arguably the best WWE match of all time. Instead, I'm watching MJF get kissed by women. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. We are at commercial break, in all fairness. And I have seen this match before in NXT, so... I'm calling it now. Riddle and Dunn won the DRTTC. What a team that's gonna be. Win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. That is a great team, yes. Who are the teams in the Classic? You've got Undisputed Era. Is it Unforgotten Sons? Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. Kushida and a mystery partner. Imperium. Grizzled Young Veterans. Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. And there was one other, and I cannot remember it. And I think it was from NXT UK. Gallus. I think it was Gallus. So, there you go. 8 teams. 4 from NXT, 4 from NXT UK. MJF is cutting a promo. He is. It's very good promo. Speaking of... He says, speaking of morons, hello, Cody. He says, now you need me. It's going to be a great match when it happens, isn't it? Riddle should have been with Lee, so I could chant, bro, bask in his glory, yes. He kissed the ring, not just his hand. That would be weird. I thought that's what he did. I didn't see he had the ring on. Right. So he kissed MJF's ring. He's berating the crowd because they're interrupting him whilst he's talking. He says, if you touch me, no match. So the match is going to happen at Revolution, but he says, if you touch me, no match. Oh, it's another stipulation. Maybe Huskus went to the funhouse? Maybe. Days apart from Braun and Cesaro, have you ever met anyone else? I've met Bobby Lashley. He was really nice. Yeah, I've met a few. I've met William Regal. I've met Honky Tonk Man, Demolition. Who else have I met? I've met Daniel Bryan. I've met a few different people. Diamond Dallas Page. MJF's other stipulation was that Cody's going to have a match with Wardlow. I'm quite interested in seeing Wardlow compete, actually. Oh, steel cage match. Wardlow versus Cody in a steel cage match. That's good. And we got another stipulation. Okay. He says, this is my favorite stipulation. Live on TNT. Right. Yeah. Huh? He says, I want you to get onto all fours, and I'm gonna whip you. Ten times. He's going to whip Cody 10 times. I think MJF's a bit, like, perverted. This close-up shows how really ugly MJF is. In all fairness, no one looks good in a close-up like that. He's that close. His spittle is hitting the lens of the camera. So MJF says that if you touch me, the match is not going to happen. You've got to have a cage match against Wardlow. And you've got to let me whip you 10 times. How bizarre. Days, who is your favorite wrestler of all time? I always say Undertaker to that. MJF is boring. What a promo. MJF is the ultimate heel. Kiss the ring. Days, why is BT Sports so far ahead of the USA Network? I've got no idea. No idea at all. I can't answer that because I can't see the USA Network, so I can't compare them. I can tell you that we've just gone to a commercial break, literally just. So NXT has just gone to commercial break. They were showing us Adam Cole against Johnny Gargano that has been named as NXT Match of the Year. We must be, I mean, we've got, what, 23 minutes to go, so time is ebbing away. Seconds are going by. So we've got to be getting towards main event time now for AEW. Days, isn't this the first steel cage match for AEW? It is, Jaden. Yes, it is. Hello, Justin. Shout out to you. Days, every time you say this is wrestling and then clap, I always join in clapping. That's because you're a legend. Right, Hangman's here. He's got a lovely shirt on. Is Hangman going on commentary? Yeah, Hangman's not dressed to compete. I think, was there just an audio error there? I don't know if we just heard something from JR that we weren't meant to. Did JR just say something like, we don't need to hear the names, we see them every week, boom, 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 then let's get out? Yeah, so I think there was a slight error there. A botch. A botch on AEW. I mean, we might be at commercial break, I'm not sure, because I'm watching on Fight and it never goes to commercials. I'll get the Fiend. Queen of the Ring. That would be very cool. Yeah, we must be at commercial break. There's no way they'd be showing this. We've literally just gone to a wide shot of the crowd. Jim Ross is talking about pre-tapes and stuff like this, so I don't think we're meant to be hearing this. Both have handsome hair. I'm trying to hear what they're saying. Someone just coughed and went rah, 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 rah. And now they finally cut the feed. They finally cut it and they go to a pre-tape thing. So we were just, wow, that was amazing. We were just hearing on Fight things that we shouldn't have been hearing. Yeah, there was a couple of comments there. Nothing disastrous. Just there was a piece of advice from Jim Ross that was like, we don't need to hear about the names. Just bang, 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 and then we're going to move on. And then, like he said, when we go back, we're going back to pre-tape, yeah? And then, like, there was a comment about how they both had handsome hair. And they finally just cut it off. Clearly what they did was they went to a wide shot of the crowd, but they left the audio on for Jim Ross and the commentators. So that's a hell of an oversight. That could have been an absolute disaster. Did you like the stipulations, he said? I don't really care for the whipping one. Records of reset. There we go. So Hangman Page is at the commentary table. Tribute to legends of Memphis wrestling. Tickets on sale next week. Same here. I'm taking care of my father, so just stay with him. Sounds fun. Shout out to Jules the King. Shout out to Jennifer. Dragon King Kill 276 says madness. We're backstage with Riho and Michael Nakazawa. The audio isn't great backstage. Britt Baker's upset. She says, nice to see you. Where have you been? I've been here every single week. Okay. Riho looks really upset. Riho looks like she's just been told that Christmas has been cancelled. We're still underway with Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, by the way. So a bit of frustration coming out from Britt Baker. The Rhodes brothers taking on the Lucha brothers next week. Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes take on the Lucha Bros. We've got Hangman Page and Kenny Omega taking on Private Party. And we get Moxley's answer to Le Champion. Le Champion. And up next, we've got the main event, which is going to be the Elite versus Pac and the Lucha Bros. Right. Let's type this in. The Elite versus Pac and Lucha Bros. The Elite. The Elite. Oh. There we go. Thanks for the shout out last night. No worries, buddy. Too many tag matches. I agree. It's kind of based on the New Japan style, though, isn't it? There's a lot of tag matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I think they're kind of just taking their influence from that. But personally, I prefer to see tag teams have tag matches. Not like single stars just get thrown together. Like, I think we're getting Hangman Page and Kenny Omega against Private Party. Like, what? Why? Just why? Why would we ever need that in our lives? Days, do you think AEW should have their own WrestleMania? Yeah, I think it's going to take them a while to get there. I don't think AEW's at the kind of level where it could sell out an arena like that. Like, 80,000. They were thrilled when they sold out 10,000. And a lot of their TV shows haven't been selling out. We've seen a lot of empty seats and whatever. So they've got a long way to go before they can start selling out stadiums. I think if they really, really went for it and put all their eggs into one basket, guaranteed some big names that we don't see week in, week out, you know? They could do it. Of course they could do it. They've shown that they're capable of, you know, achieving such things. And plus they've got a great roster, but it's going to take more than this roster, I think, to sell out a stadium. Unless you get a little stadium. Perhaps there's a little stadium somewhere they could use. I think All Out should be AEW's WrestleMania. That would make sense. You'd think from reading the comment section of wrestling videos that a third of wrestling fans just hate wrestling. The constant whining and crying is so old. Days, can you give a special message to Jessie? She's having internet issues. We've got to make her watch an entire stream to hear a special message from you. Well, is Jessie watching? Shout out to my good friend Jessie that is struggling with technical difficulties. Very similar to how AEW were just struggling with technical difficulties. So, I don't know, perhaps she's affiliated with AEW somehow. But Jessie, yes, you need to stick around. I like the idea of you getting frustrated and struggling on. I don't know why. I think I'm just a sick person. But yeah, shout out to Jessie. AJ Parker, you legend. AJ Parker dropping a super chat, joining our list of legends. In fact, I haven't read the list of legends, have I? Famous KJ Carter, Godzilla artist, Torpal 2000s gaming channel, Joaquin, Uribe, Supreet, there's no way I'm going to pronounce your surname, Vivekananda. I did all right, actually. Godzilla artist, AJ Parker, and AJ Parker Days. Since The Fiend is set to defend the Universal title against Daniel Bryan in Dallas the Friday before the Rumble, will it be a dark match or a show match? Hoping for a swerve before the Rumble. I have heard this news. I just presumed that it was going to be a dark match. You know, they were advertising like cage matches, weren't they? And I thought that was going to be a big part of Raw. And then it turned out all of the cage matches they were advertising were just dark matches. So I'm under the impression it's just going to be a dark match. It's just a way of getting people into the buildings. So I really wouldn't read much more into it than that. I love the message above Hangman's name he's been drinking. Plus, during the bit, we weren't meant to hear someone cleared their throat and went boing. Yes. We heard it. Shout out to C Nation Dog. There are just too many toxically negative and tribalistic wrestling fans. The Fiend versus Abyss would be a good match. Do you think Funhouse Bray could enter the Rumble and win? No. There's no need for him to. He's already champ. Dropkick by... Is that Matt? Nick? Can't quite see. We're underway anyway. There's 10 minutes left of AEW. I don't know what we're going to do with NXT. We're still watching Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole. AEW needs to be more aggressive. Like the Attitude Era. Who is the richest superstar in WWE? I think it's Brock, isn't it? I think Brock's contract is the biggest. I think it's either Brock or Roman. Right, I think that is Nick Jackson that's in there with Fenix. Sandwich walks into a bar and the bartender says we don't serve food. Brilliant. Shout out to the Demon King. The arena this week is horrible. The Daly's Place sign is annoying. They've been here before. They kind of call this home. Jacksonville is where, like, their announcements started. And they've been at this venue before as well. Matt through the ropes. Drop kick to Pentagón. Got Nick in the ring with Fenix. There's some great stuff going on. Omega gets tagged in. So the match is over on NXT. Johnny winning the title on this occasion. Got a feeling that Dark Order's going to attack. Hope they've learned how to punch this time. Daze, do you think Hager will have an MMA style like Kane? I would like him to. But I'm not sure because obviously Hager has done a lot of wrestling. So I think he could slip into like wrestling mode very easily. But I think it'd be good for his character if he had like an MMA style. Haven't really got anyone that's got an MMA style, have they? Trying to think. Can't think. They've got a lot of people that do flipping style. But I can't think of anyone that's got like that MMA style. So I think that'd be a nice, different thing to bring in. Into the corner. Matt Jackson in there with Fenix. Fenix going up top. Bouncing out of the way. Nice. Oh, that was really good from Fenix, man. That was so good. That was really, really good. Avoiding the strike of Omega. Head scissor, like, Hurricanrana to Nick Jackson. Really good. I mean, everyone in this match is just incredible, aren't they? Pac tripping over Omega. Pac against the ropes. Over the top comes crashing down onto Kenny. Pac is fired up. Very, very cool. See you on Friday, Sonny Wolf. Thunder Rosa versus Io Shirai. Is that a new beanie? It is a new beanie, yes. Got it for Christmas. I think, like, from an auntie or something, so. Daze, do you think they would bring back the Demon Finn Balor? Yes, I think they could. I don't know if Finn feels like he needs it, but. Overall competitor of the year. So, this is, I think, how they're going to end NXT. And it's Adam Cole. It's Adam Cole, baby. Look at this. They've got all the belts. They've got 5 awards. He's going down to pick up a 6th. Poor Roderick Strong hasn't won anything. I mean, in fairness, he is the North American champion. Overall competitor of the Adam Cole, baby. Look, he's struggling to get into the ring. He's having to put down some of the awards. And now he's going to get another one. Great work by the Young Bucks. Days, New Japan and AEW are working together. Jericho, Tanahashi, do you think we could see Omega versus Okada in AEW? No. I don't know what the relationship is, to tell the truth. They're kind of working together, but I know that there's issues as well. Apparently, they really didn't like how Kenny and the Young Bucks and everyone left. You know, Kenny was really being built up as their kind of way into the American market. Like he was at the very top of the tree and then he just upped and left. So I think they've probably taken Moxley and they've taken Jericho for their big show. But I don't know. There could be some kind of an agreement where AEW gets someone in return at a later date. But I honestly don't think New Japan want to help AEW in any way. There is an agreement, though, that if Tanahashi beats Jericho, then Tanahashi will get a future shot at the AEW Championship. That could be the arrangement. We could see Jericho win and then Tanahashi go to AEW, but it's hard to say. I know that New Japan really don't like AEW. Sit down powerbomb on Pac. We got 4 minutes to go. They're struggling with all the belts and the awards. They're trying to pose for a picture. Sling Blade by Pentagón. And he tried to do one on Omega. Omega getting out of the way. Kick to the midsection. Pentagón going into the corner. Backstabber by Pentagón. Days, how would you like it if a main roster superstar won the Rumble and has the option to face the NXT champ at WrestleMania? I wouldn't mind. I think it makes sense because apparently a third of the competitors are going to be NXT competitors. So it would make sense that they would want to challenge for the NXT title. Nice. Couple of cutters. Running knee. Snapdragon into a cutter. It's non-stop action. This is a great match. I would love to see more AEW NWA crossovers. Yes, I agree. Luke at the River. I think that's a really good shout. New Japan have got the best lights. Breaking news. 1, 2. Oh, Pac nearly getting the pin on Omega. The Young Bucks having to come to the rescue. Breathtaking offensive maneuvers. Kevin Owens versus Brock. That would be great, Zycamy, yes. I'd love CM Punk to win the Rumble, but if it's not going to be Punk, then I think Kevin Owens is a really good shout. Rings of Saturn. Rings of Saturn by Pac. Lucha Bros trying to hold back the Young Bucks, but the Young Bucks get into the ring. And I think we're done with NXT. No running over tonight. No running over on NXT. Just a couple of minutes left. AEW should be rated PG. The stuff is cornball. Springboard, twisting springboard, but kick. Here we go. One-winged angel. He's looking for the one-winged angel. Gets it. Ah, Kenny gets the win with the one-winged angel. The Elite are fighting and clawing their way back to where they feel they need to be. Cody comes down as well, celebrating with the Elite. There we go. I think Dunn should have won an NXT title or North American title. Days, how are you watching AEW and NXT? I've got NXT on the TV, AEW on the laptop. So the Elite are saying to Hangman, come into the ring, you're part of this. And he's like, I didn't do anything, you're fine, I'm not a part of it, I didn't do anything. So they're a bit upset that Hangman's not joining them. So there's a bit of a story there. But each goes to a different corner to celebrate. Cody in one, Kenny in another. The Young Bucks take the other corners. So there's clearly dissension in the Elite between Kenny and Hangman Page. So that's going to be an ongoing story. I don't think it's worth asking for your scores of NXT because there was no new content to score. So I'm going to say that NXT is null and void. But what is your score of AEW this week? What was your AEW score? So NXT not applicable. Wasn't really a show this week. I'm really torn on AEW because I really feel like some of the matches were brilliant, but then there's a few moments that were a little bit sleeper as well. So I think they did a decent show, but did they knock it out of the park? I don't think they did. The main event was very good. Women's match was good. First match was great. Dustin match was all right. MJF promo was all right. Thinking like 7.5. Yeah, I'm thinking 7.5. I'll tell you what, I'll go 7.75. 7.75 out of 10. Yeah, I agree with Vito, 7.75. Godzilla Artist says 6.7. 6.9. Dominic's Wrestling Show really enjoyed it, 9.5. Got a 10 from Randy. Brian says 1, it absolutely sucked. WFS Wrestling says 9.2. 6 out of 100. 6 EVPs out of 100 EVPs. Days, why is BT Sports so fast compared to USA Network? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Days, are you a pirate? No, you are confusing me with Kairi Sane's old gimmick. Shout out to ZR, which is, I think, a relative of JR. An older relative, a much older relative. But shout out to you. 8 out of 10, 7.9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Trini. 10 out of 10 from Hanan. 7 from Travanti. 7.5 from Aceman33. Demon King says 30 out of 30. Days, do you watch EastEnders? I don't. 5, I only got the last hour. Ooh. Ryan's toy review is apparently allowed to continue as normal, so why are we being hit with copper stuff? Don't know. That's very interesting. I only said earlier on the stream I meant to have a look to see what was happening with him. Only got the last 30 minutes. Days, if you had to choose between Omega or Jericho, who would you want to meet? I would like Omega, but I would meet Jericho. I think I'd be the same, yeah. I think Jericho, for what he's achieved throughout his whole career, you know, WWE, WCW, New Japan, of course. He really is one of the greatest of all time. Omega isn't quite at that level yet. So, yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same. NXT sucked. I fell asleep. AEW 8.4. 7.93. Solid 7 says JJB Gaming. No Limit says 5.5. I missed it, but I'll give it a 10. Right. I think that's it. I think we are done. Done and done. It's basically the Logan Paul situation over again. Huge YouTubers breaking the rules and everyone else suffers. Well, there'll be a big backlash on that. No doubt about that. This is affecting everyone. There's channels that are being forced to change. People are not going to sit back in silence if that is the case. So that is going to be a very interesting story if that continues. So watch this space. Right, that's it. We're done. Unknown M Beat. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Normally we do stick around a little bit after, but that's because we don't get to interact as much, and I like to get your thoughts on the show. Of course, because there wasn't really an NXT to talk about this week, we were only really watching AEW, so I was able to interact with the chat more than usual. So, yeah, I think we've kind of said everything that needs to be said. I thought that they did a decent show. By no means do I think they knocked it out of the park. Very disappointed that NXT couldn't give us something more than what we got, more than that kind of clip show, you know? I kind of feel like they needed to give us something more. Let's see. Let's see what they do next week. But, yeah, we've got New Japan coming up. I mean, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, make sure you join us because, of course, we've got SmackDown coming up. We've got New Japan Pro Wrestling coming up. Raw coming up. There's big UFC event with Conor McGregor coming up. There's Royal Rumble at the end of the month. We've got Hard Times NWA coming up as well. So there's loads on the way in January. Absolutely loads. Yeah, plenty to get excited for. So awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Really do appreciate it. We're going to be back streaming on Friday. And of course, we should be getting The Fiend. And who knows what he's going to have in store. Maybe we'll see Funhouse Bray, not too sure. So, again, plenty to look forward to. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.